Hello, everybody. This is Stacey Barlow Hill, leadership and lifestyle coach. I am so excited to come to you guys today. Really, truly excited because I am going to talk to you guys today about my very first master class. This master class is so personal to me, and it makes me truly excited because I know that it's the path that I took to create the level of balance and the level that I needed to be at to reach my version of success in my life. And I just have heard from so many of you recently and just over the years. I've heard from so many business owners and people that just get overwhelmed, and they don't know where to start, and they don't know what to do, and um, they just feel abandoned. A lot of times, being a business owner and an entrepreneur, it kind of isolates you. It puts you um, in a place where sometimes you feel like people don't understand you. You feel like no one can possibly relate to what you're going through. You see other business owners' profiles and social media pages, and they look like they've got it all together and things are just going wonderful. And you wonder why you're stuck and why you can't get there and why things aren't going as well for you. Um, and a lot of times that's just not always the case. It's not always the case that they're doing well. Social media allows people to put their best days on there, and it allows them to sometimes show a perception of a life that's not necessarily so. They have to appear that they have it together because they want clients to buy from them, and they want people to think that they have it all together. But I can tell you personally, um, being an entrepreneur for the last 10 years, things aren't always as it seems. There were months where I didn't know how I was going to pay my rent or how I was going to pay my bills, myself, my staff, my team. And then there were some really, really good seasons. But what it all comes down to really is self growth, personal development. When you continuously work on yourself and the knowledge of your industry and how you work and how you interact with the world and how you show up for other people, and continually working on expanding your mind and being intentional about the things that you do and what you choose um, to to pour into yourself, and what you choose to who and what you choose to surround yourself with. All of those things have a direct result and a direct reflection on your business, on your success, on um, everything around you. What you put into yourself has no choice but to come out. So that's why I'm so excited to share this with you today. So, my masterclass is going to be on intentional living, choosing a life that matters. And as I've told you guys many, many times before, you as a person directly reflects who you are as a leader. You are not going to grow, you're not going to have um, a real version of success in your life and your business until you've put in the work to lead yourself, until you've done the hard work, the uncomfortable work that's necessary to stretch and to grow yourself. You have to stretch and lead and grow yourself before you can see any real version of success show up in your life and your business. So I am going to let you all know I am in the process of becoming a certified John C. Maxwell team member. I am a team member already, but I'll be certified in August. But if you don't know John Maxwell is the number one leadership guide and mentor there is in the country. And he's been so much a part of my journey before I even started the certification, that it just felt like a natural step in my life. But we are going to be studying the book Intentional Living by John C. Maxwell, and that's going to be kind of the guide for that. And I am certified to teach from this book. But it's just a really good book and a really good guide, and everything in it is things that I've personally gone through myself. Being intentional. Intentional was my word. Every year, I choose a word that's a focus for everything that I do for that year. And last year, my word was intentional. And I was intentional about getting my health back on track. I was intentional about eating right. I was intentional about um, making good use of my mornings. I was intentional about planting seeds and planting good seeds. I was intentional about getting my mind right and my mental state. I was intentional about my business, and I was intentional about who I surrounded myself with, and preserving my peace and making sure that my space was clear of negativity and people that were just not bringing out the best in me. That word intentional was so ingrained in everything that I did that when 2020 came this year, I've not fallen apart. I've actually had one of my best years, and I don't mean in terms of financials, but just in terms of who I am and my growth, and how I've been able to view the world through everything that's happened this year, with coronavirus, and with the racial pandemic that we're in right now, with everything that's going on, with the ups and downs of my business, and not knowing how things are going to be, and all of the uncertainty that has just come with this year. I am still planted firm. I have not wavered. And that's not something that has happened overnight. That's something that has come with being intentional throughout the years about the books I read, the people I surround myself with, the conferences I invest myself in, the coaches that I've worked with, the programs that I've been a part of, the courses that I've purchased. Nobody learns how to do any of this on their own. Everyone needs someone to help them, to help guide them, to help walk them through a process. And I've been there. I've been where you are. And I can tell you that it's not something that happens overnight. It's not going to be a one course or 90-day thing that just fixes everything, but it simply starts with starting, taking the first step, and being intentional about that first step. It's not going to be an easy road. It's not going to be something that's just going to magically make all of your problems disappear and you're going to be successful the next day. But it starts with being intentional, taking that first step, and doing something that is going to allow you to take a next step and a next step and a next step, and to continue taking steps until you start to look back and see all of those steps that you've taken that have gotten you to where you are. And you're going to say, wow, but it really just starts with, like I said, being intentional and taking those steps. But there's a quote in this book, and it says, the secret in living each day with intentionality the secret is living each day with intentionality. There's almost no limit to what you can do. You can transform yourself, your family, your community, and your nation. When enough people do it, you can change the world. When you intentionally use your everyday life to bring about positive change in the lives of others, you begin to live a life that matters. Living a life that matters. That means so much more to me with now everything that's going on in this world. A lot of us have had a chance to pause and to think, and you may know, or all the people around you that may have contacted this virus, or that have maybe even perished from this virus. And for me, it has caused me to think, what does my life really mean? What have I contributed to this world? What will people say about me when I leave? Living a life that matters. What matters to me is seeing other people live their best lives. What matters to me is seeing people become the best versions of themselves. And when you become the best versions of yourself, and when you strive to become the best version of yourself, it has no choice but to trickle down. And if you are a business owner and you are leading other people or desire to lead other people, becoming the best version of yourself has no choice but to trickle down to other people. It has no choice but to affect those around you. And it has no choice but to come back to you, because what you put in is what you get out. So, I'm going to talk to you guys more over the next coming weeks, but my masterclass on intentional living is going to begin Tuesday, August 5th. It's going to be an 8-week course, 90-minute sessions. There are 2 sessions, one at 9 o'clock in the morning and one at 7 o'clock in the evening. So I want you to go sign up. Go over to www.liveleadsucceed.com/services. So you can go there, you can find the course. If you have any questions, you can DM me, and I'll be happy to talk to you about it. We can even set up a call to chat about it. But I want you to be intentional. I just have such a passion to just see people live their best lives and to become what they were meant to be. I want you to find your passion again. I want you to be able to sort through all the stuff that's been in the way of you really living out your passion and finding your why and living a life that matters. So I cannot wait to be a part of your journey. I can't wait to see what you do on the other side of this. So yeah, I just can't wait. I'm just excited about this. So I look forward to seeing you all soon. You're going to see more videos and more posts and me just talking about this and intentional living, being intentional. So I challenge you today, do something intentional. Be intentional about who you are today and what your goals are and where you want to be. All right. I'll see you guys next week.